Yo, what is up you guys? So in today's video, we're just gonna do a quick, easy delay trick. So what this is really is kind of similar to what plugins like Dimension Expander do, which just create a slight delay between the left and right side, and that makes something seem a lot wider. So we can do that in Sylenth, and so we're just gonna pick a random patch from this. So let's just go with this one because I already put this one to the side. So you can also do this with delays, like simple delays, and just, slight, quick milliseconds delay between the two sides will make something seem much wider. So the way we do this in Sylenth is we just take off sync, so that way everything that's time-based will just be free range inside Sylenth as opposed to syncing to your DAWs. So if we look at the left and right side delays, we see we can only go through 1/64 to like 1/2. So really, we can't go too fast and too slow with this. So by taking sync off, now we can really see that we can get really precise with this, so into the milliseconds. So the way what we want to do is we're just going to pull these both down, all the way down to start with. We're going to take off everything else, so no ping pong delay, no feedback, width up all the way, so that way you really get as much stereo image space to work in with the width up all the way, so as wide as possible, and dry wet up all the way. So we want this effect 100%. So smear and spread, you don't want too much smear, but spread doesn't really seem to do much here, and no feedback. So the cool thing about doing this is now we could just delay one of these sides from the other, and so putting this one around 43, and this one can just stay all the way down, and now we'll be able to hear a slight delay between that, and it'll seem much wider. So I'll play this for you, but I just want to say before that, the added bonus of doing this is that you also get an extra filter section now. So now your low cut and high cut can now just be an overall filter for all of Sylenth. So that's pretty cool. So if you're using your filtering section to mostly drive up the sound and maybe throw a little bit of resonance in, but not really cutting out anything, now you can just come over here, even without doing the time-based effects part of it, you can just use all of this for the same low cut and high cut reasons, and these actually really are pretty useful. I do this quite often where I'll have a very bright layer, or a very noisy layer, or a very noisy patch in general, and I'll be all out of filters because I'll just be driving them up. So then I'll just come in here, do this, and high cut it around 8 to 7,000 hertz or K, and then it really just helps cut it out. So it's you can think of it as an extra filter. So anyways, let's just play this over here. So we'll just play it over here, and I'll turn it on and off so you can get an idea of what this is doing. So let's just play this. So you can see right there what it was doing. So now let's delay it a lot more to make it really obvious, far further than I would push it. So maybe around 60. So now there's a huge, quick little delay between the left and right side. So now if we play that, so obviously really wide. So let's put that kind of back to where I would have it, somewhere around there. And this is just a trick that you can do in any synth that lets you, dial in the delay that precisely, or you could just do this in any third-party or any stock delay. So this is something you can do anywhere. So this is just a trick that's really a mixing trick that, I was just playing around with Sylenth, making my new Sylenth bank, and I just kind of started doing it, and it really works really nicely. It makes a lot of things a lot wider, obviously. So that's really it. That's the whole trick. And I just want to mention towards the end of the video now that tomorrow on my website, my new Sylenth bank will be out for you guys. So it has 187 new presets. So those presets are on page 2 and 3. And the first page is all the free presets I've given you guys over the last year. So I've always shared my free bank with you guys, and now I've added the second page of presets, so you can see things like chords and arps and melody, top line type stuff, mono legato stuff, which is actually the one that we're hearing right now. A lot of scattered leads and plucks and all sorts of crazy stuff in here. And then the third page is just that typical 64 preset bank of like bass, leads, and pads, risers, strings, and all sorts of stuff. So, 187 new presets for like $10. Plus, I reworked a lot of the first page, so I've tweaked everything in there. So some of that stuff is even new, and I'm just really happy to have been working really hard on this for you guys because you guys support me a lot. So I thought, it's about time I give you guys something really awesome, something new and awesome. And so another thing I want to do with this bank, for anyone who buys this bank, I will keep expanding on it. So, hopefully by the end of the year I'll have this, or not by the end of the year, by the beginning of summer, hopefully I'll have another 64 bank preset in here added in for free. So if you buy it, I have your email, and when I update the Sylenth bank, I email it to you. So it'll just be like Victory by K-Sade Volume 2, or 1.2, I guess. And then, hopefully by next year, or the beginning of next year, I'll have the fourth page all full. So this is something that is like, I'm doing something different here. I'm going to keep updating it and adding more stuff to it. So even though you're just buying these presets right now, I'll keep expanding on it. So that's a free thing that I thought was really cool. I'm not really in this for money. It's just really, I wanted to make something that was really awesome. And, I work with a lot of, or I used to work with a lot of like websites that sell like these kind of products for like $15. They would sell like 64 presets, and it was like the most generic, boring stuff ever. And I really wanted to take the chance to make something cool and, something that's like really cheap and something that I would keep expanding. So I know this is like a lot of stuff to talk about towards the end, but really wanted to share that with you guys. So tomorrow on my website, the website is always linked in all my videos, so you guys can just check it out on my website. Really glad if you guys do that, and that way, I know you guys like this kind of stuff, and I can keep doing these kind of stuff for other synths and all that. So thanks guys for watching, and of course try that trick out. It really works so well. And so of course, thanks for watching, and lates.